Greetings and welcome to Community Centered, where we talk about what community is, why community matters, why you matter to community, and most importantly, how to start cultivating it wherever you are right now. I'm Ellie Whittekins, and today we're going to talk about the benefits of open social groups. Now, if you've watched some of my videos before, you know that I'm a huge fan of open social groups. I personally have met a lot of amazing people through open social groups, and it's how I created my community. And it is where I suggest everyone starts when they have been isolated or lonely and they too want to start cultivating their community. That's probably the main advantage of open social groups, is that you can meet a lot of people and it's an easy spot to just get started. But there are a lot of other benefits that I don't think people think of. So I'm going to go over those today and try to convince you that open social groups are the way to go. The first benefit, and I think really the biggest benefit of open social groups, is there's no invitation that you have to wait for. You don't have to know someone personally in order to get invited, like to a party or someone's barbecue or something. Open social groups are going to be like your classes and your clubs where anyone can join. A lot of times you might have to sign up for it, but it's really open to the public. So you're not waiting for an invitation. You can just go and join and meet some lovely people. I know when I was looking online for reasons people don't have friends or feel isolated, I kept seeing two reasons pop up over and over again. The first was that no one invites me anywhere. I don't have friends that invite me anywhere, so we don't do things together. The second one was I'm always the one inviting people to do things, and no one ever returns the favor and makes plans for me. So that's really the first benefit of open social groups, is there's no invitation. It takes that burden of having to be the planner off of you because they're already organized, there's a set schedule, and you show up if you have time. These groups also tend to meet frequently and consistently. This makes it really easy to stay in touch with people. If you're trying to see friends that are outside of this open social group, you're going to have to constantly be making plans and coordinating and trying to meet up with them, whether that's, a dinner, a walk, coffee, whatever it is, you have to constantly be organizing it. Like I said, open social groups are usually already organized by someone else, unless you're looking to start one. They're already organized. All you have to do is show up, and you can do this on a wonderful routine. You see each other more consistently in an open social group, and it makes it easier to maintain those friendships and those relationships. Another thing that's really nice about that set schedule and that routine is if there's ever anything that breaks that routine, like you get sick or you go out of town for a vacation, it's very easy to get back into it because you know what the schedule is and you can just kind of pick right back up. For the VFW, the group that I'm in, there are a lot of people that go down to Florida for the summer, or not for the summer. So a lot of people that go down to Florida for the winter, and when they come back, 6 months later, they still know we meet on the same nights. They come, we share our stories, we get back in touch. And it just makes it very easy to maintain those relationships. Another great benefit is that conversation is so accessible in these groups. I know not everyone likes small talk, but there's a lot of benefits to it because after a long day at work, you don't have to come up with some brilliant conversation. Everyone's pretty happy to just talk about the small things, the weather, how work is going, how family is going, hobbies, whatever it is. People are usually pretty happy with those sort of conversations. And like I said, it's easy. You keep in touch, so people kind of have a basis for other things that you've already done, and you can chit chat. As I mentioned before, open social groups are a great way to meet a wide variety of people. And with that variety of people, you get different life experiences, different knowledge, different hobbies, different careers. And one of the things with talking to them is that you also gain some of that information. You learn about new things. You hear about things that you've never heard of before. You have an idea of what it was like living in a different time or place. And you get to take in some of those skills and some of that wisdom from other people. And it's really great too, in terms of a social environment, is that those sort of things really add a lot of vibrancy to them. Similarly, the variety of people will also introduce you to new opportunities. Everyone has different hobbies and different things that they do, and in conversation, those sort of things will be introduced to you. So even if a group might not exactly be what you think you want to do, maybe just go check it out anyway, because you might be introduced to another similar group that is more to your liking, has more of the interest that you're looking for. Groups also go and do fun things. So there's other great experiences that you'll get. So the VFW has gone to baseball games. My book club has gone to a play from one of the books that we read. And my knitting group has gone to different crafting classes. So earlier this year, we took a Ukrainian egg dyeing class and we took a intro to stained glass class. And I probably never would have taken either of those classes if it weren't for my knitting group. All these new opportunities means pushing you out of your comfort zone a little bit and challenging you to grow. I don't think growth stops when we graduate high school or college and we're adults out in the adult world. I think growth is a lifelong thing, and I think it's the thing that makes life really interesting, is that it's always growing and changing. And it might not be the rapid growth that we had when we were younger, but it is important, and hopefully we go out there and we find the challenges that interest us and make it worth it. Being in these social situations, especially ones where your hands are busy, like an exercise class or a crafting club, means that you have to unplug from the faux social sphere and actually connect with people in person. Real people, too. And that's great for us because we all spend too much time on our phones, myself included. Another wonderful thing about actually connecting in real time, face to face with someone, is that you're gonna start developing more social skills. I know a lot of people feel like they don't have social skills or they're rusty, but you get into these situations and you start to gain more social confidence. Especially, once again, open social groups, there's going to be a lot of small talk, and I think everyone can kind of handle small talk. It's very easy boundaries to play with it. Last but not least, these groups give you time. If you're shy or socially awkward, you have time to feel comfortable in the situation and get used to people. And there's no pressure to get to know people really well in the first hour, because you're going to see them again, because these things are routine. It also gives you the ability to actually get to know people before you decide to build more hearty friendships with them. I like to think that in open social groups, we make strangers into acquaintances, and you can get to know them, stay in that small talk zone, and maybe figure out who you want to actually put in the time and effort to create a friendship outside of the group with. So join the groups, learn new things, and get to know people. As I mentioned before, these open social groups are a great way to meet a large variety of new people. Be sure to change your mindset from going to meet friends to finding acquaintances. Because if you show up at these groups looking to meet your new best friend, you're going to be disappointed when all you find is acquaintances. But eventually, acquaintances do become friends. But that's the topic for another video. Thank you for joining me today. I hope that I have helped convince you that open social groups are really beneficial to your life. Did any of the reasons really resonate with you or change your mind? If so, leave a comment below and join me here next time for How to Build Your Community, Here and Now.